all Jamaicans. So I think I will leave it there for this evening for my opening remarks, and give me just 1 second. Let me just working with the technology and it's not working with me. I'm trying to return to, let me try another way. I'm asking for your indulgence for just 1 second. Try and get the technology to work with me. Okay, here we are. All right, so I am now going to hand over, having given that as my opening remarks, to distinguished President Newton Ramdial, some say, I say Ramdial, for him to do the official welcome and introduction of our members and visiting clubs. DP Newton, I'm sure I saw you on earlier.
Hi, Prez.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, President Stephen. Did I say President Stephen? President Zurie. I'm glad we have not settled on a Sarge as yet, because that would be a big fine. Good evening, President Zurie. Good evening, everyone. The pleasure is mine this afternoon to welcome all who are on this platform to our meeting. And so I'm going to start with clubs outside of Jamaica. Are there any clubs outside of Jamaica with us this afternoon? I know President Zurie has a whole lot to say this evening, so let me move fast. Are there any clubs in Division 25 celebrating with us this evening? Division 25? Okay, well, let me move on to Division 24. Is there any clubs?
Oh,
Go ahead, Division 25.
yes. Good evening, everyone. This is President Gio from the Kiwanis Club of Coastal Trelawney. And at present, we are 5 members strong onto the platform. Thanks for the invite and looking forward to a good meeting.
Thank you for being with us, President Gio, and your strong delegation. Really appreciate you being here. Any other club in Division 25?
Hi. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, President DP Newton. This is the past director, Crystal Heaven, from the Kiwanis Club of Montego Bay. We have 2 persons so far. Looking forward to a wonderful meeting, and well done to the past administration, and congratulations to the current one. Well done, President Zurie.
Thank you, PD, Crystal, and your delegation. And yes, I must say the administration of President IPP, Stephen, Greg, did do wonders, but you haven't seen anything yet. Just watch what President Zurie and his administration will be doing. Because as you know, the stronger the legs of the administration that before you, then the higher you climb. So thank you and your delegation for being with us.
Okay, Mr. Oh, awesome.
Any other club in Division 25 with us this afternoon? Okay, what about Division 24? Do we have any club in Division 24 with us this afternoon? No? All right, let's move on to Division 23 East. Do we have any Kiwanis club from Division 23 East with us this afternoon? No? All right, well.
Newton, we do have.
Okay.
I really am. Hi, President Zurie. I miss that smile. Anyway, never mind. There are lots of members on your fair. I bring you very special greetings from the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston.
Thank you.
President Veronica sends her blessing. You know, we always join Kingston Club. And so I'm not saying DP Newton don't have the smile, but President Zurie always give me a special one. So never mind. All the best for the administration. I know you are all having a great job, and Raleigh will agree with me. So there are, as far as I know, I've seen 8 members on, and I know we're going to have a great meeting. Blessings, everyone. Take care of yourselves. This is Dale G. Gerthlin.
Thank you, DLG Gertlin. And we all know President Zurie is a bigger man than me, so I won't
It has
compete.
nothing to
I
do
will
with
not compete with
size.
him.
This evening, it's his evening.
Hey, thank you and your delegation. And that's a strong delegation. You said 8, right, DLG?
Yes, I did, and I'm sure
Right.
others will be joining.
Blessings.
There are a lot of clubs on this evening.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Good
All right.
evening.
Good evening.
This is P.E. Terry Ann from the Kiwanis Club of Papine. We have 5 members online at this time. Thank you so much for your invitation and congratulations on your new delegation for the new Kiwanis year.
Thank you, P. Terry, and then on behalf of President Zurie, we accept your congratulations and we're happy you were able to join us this afternoon.
Awesome. We're happy to be here.
Okay, great. Any other club in Division 23 West? Okay, let's bring it into Division 23 Central now. Which Kiwanis club in 23 Central do we have with us now?
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, President Zurie. Is it DP Ramdell?
Yes.
I bring greetings from the Kiwanis Club of Western St. Andrew. President Maurice here. Congratulations on the outgoing board and congratulations on the incoming. I look forward to a pleasant meeting today.
Thank you for your presence and your well wishes, President Maurice. And again, on behalf of President Zurie and the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, we accept them and we're glad you were able to be with us, make it this afternoon. Thank you. And I
The
think
pleasure is mine.
Okay, great. And I think PDT Ralston was about to jump in. No? Okay. Any other club from Division 23 Central?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
This is President Giovanna Bailey from the Kiwanis Club of Barbican. With me this evening, I have Vice President John Facey joining. We're expecting others to join, but in the interim, thank you for having us.
Thank you, President Giovanna, for accepting the invitation. And I can assure you, you're in good company this afternoon, you and your delegation. Really happy you accepted the invitation. Thank you.
I agree. Thank you.
Okay. Any other club in Division 23 Central?
Yes, good evening, everyone. This is IPP Peter Gay from the Kiwanis Club of Stony Hill. So excited to be here, and I'm joined by IPLG Sharon, of course. And we are looking forward to a wonderful meeting. We're especially excited to hear President Zurie's plan. So thank you for the invite.
Okay, and thank you for accepting the invitation. And believe you me, you'll hear that his plans are well thought out.
We know they will be.
Thank you. Thank you and your delegation for being with us. Okay, any other club from Division 23 Central?
Yeah. Good night, everyone. My name is Nakisha, Secretary Nakisha from Nation Builders, and I'm enjoy being on here every week at your meetings.
Thank
we
you.
are hoping for more person to join in.
Thank you, Secretary Nakisha. Thank you for being with us. And for always supporting. We know we can always count on you. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other club in Division 23 Central? Okay, what about SLPs? Do we have any SLP with us this afternoon? Any SLP? No?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I am Governor Sarah for Key Club Jamaica. So I'm here on behalf of Key Club, and I'm happy to be on. I'm currently in another meeting, so I'm juggling both, but happy to be on.
Hey, thank you for being with us, Governor Sarah. Even juggling, we're glad you thought enough of us to give us even a little bit of your time this evening. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Any other SLP?
Yeah, DP Newton, you have about 3 members from St. Hugh's Key Club, and we have 1 member from UTech CK.
Okay. Thanks for that, DLG Willie. And if any of those members want to open your microphone and just let us know, identify exactly who's here, please feel free to go ahead.
And we just been added by Kingston College Key Club.
Okay, great. All right, well, let's move on. Do we have any guests of Kiwanians this afternoon? Do we have any guests of Kiwanians?
Yes, I'm Orlando Campbell. Well, my name doesn't show it right now, but I'm a guest of President Zurie, I believe.
And did you say Orlando?
Yeah, Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Okay, Sir Orlando Campbell, you're a guest of President Zurie. I hope that within a matter of weeks, we will call in you a member of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, but that's for another conversation. Hope you'll enjoy this evening.
All right, thank you.
Okay, boss. Glad you made it. Any other guests? Okay. Is there anyone who is on tonight who you were not invited, but you saw the link and you clicked and you came in and to see what we're about? No? All right. Well, at this point, I just want to say to everyone who is on, thank you for joining us. We're real grateful. We're real happy that you decided to spend the afternoon with us. It is going to be an edifying evening, and just sit back and listen to President Zurie present what we're going to be about for the next, well, he likes to count it down in days, but I will still call it the next year because, he's probably going to tell you 350 something days. But at this point, let me hand it back to President Zurie. After saying a final, thank you for joining us. President Zurie?
Thank you, DP Newton. Yes, it's 351 days to go. Don't worry. There are going to be 351 impactful days, right? I had to make sure I double check if my Sarge is on because you were saying the Sarge is not yet appointed. Sarge, I give you special permission to treat with DP Newton this evening. Right.
It's so you know your friends.
Apologies for absence. I have one from Director Andy Jean. He is on call, so he's not able to join us this evening. Do we have any other apologies? DLG Willie, do you have any?
Yes, we have an apology from distinguished President Richard Reese, who's off the island. And we also have an apology from past distinguished Lieutenant Governor Desmond Batchelor, who's attending a club coach seminar put on by KI.
Right, thank you. Noted. Are there any other member who possibly have an apology? There being no further apologies, I move to recognition of birthdays and anniversaries, and I'm going to invite again DP Newton Randall to do our birthday recognition.
Okay, thank you. Thank you again, President Zurie. And as you know, we have a tradition at the Kiwanis Club of Kingston to recognize the birthdays for persons from today through to Monday. For this week, in our club, we have DP Junior Stewart, who will be celebrating his birthday on the 20th of this month. We also have Kiwanian Van Garwin White, who celebrates his birthday on the 20th of October. And I want to take the privilege also to say there's someone who is not with us anymore, but I just have to mention, and her name is Shirley, and she was the wife of our own DLG Willie Reason. October 20 would have also been Shirley's birthday. And even though we're a male-only club, she was a very active part of the club. So it would be remiss of me if I didn't recognize her upcoming birthday. At this point, I'm going to ask anyone who is on this meeting with us who is celebrating any sort of special occasion, birthday, anniversary, just the first time you have won anything, whatever it is. We invite you right now to just open the microphone, let us know so we can celebrate with you. Anyone? No? All right. So for all of those who we have recognized who are having special days coming up, we just want to say again, happy birthday. For those who have had a great week, good luck, and we wish for you all but good in the coming week. Back to you, President Zurie.
Thank you, DP Newton. And next on the agenda, it says main event. So
Q1's education, Fred. You have Q1's education on your agenda?
Oh, yes, I do. My apologies. PDT Ralston Nunez with Kiwanis Education. That's where we go next. My apologies.
Are you hearing me?
I am hearing you.
Sure.
I wonder why you were trying to cut me out, but President Zurie, fellow Kiwanis, and good evening. Kiwanis education. To attract and retain busy people, our clubs have to start our meeting on time and end on time because punctuality demonstrates respect, fosters efficiency, and build a culture of accountability. For individuals with tight schedule, a meeting that runs late can have a cascading effect, causing them to miss their next commitment and disrupting their entire day. And we should not assume that our meeting is the last commitment on person's agenda. When a meeting begins and ends on schedule, it sends a clear message that you value and respect everyone's time. In contrast, a late start can annoy those who arrive promptly and signal that the time of punctual attendees is less important than that of latecomers. Ending on time is a commitment to not derailing participants' other plans. And President, to ensure your meeting consistently start and end on time, you need to consider having a clear agenda, prioritizing agenda with time estimates, keep it short, start without latecomers, and address tangents. So if the conversation goes off topic, gently steer it back to the agenda. And then you conclude at the end of the meeting, summarize key decisions and assign action items with clear ownership and deadline. That, President, is Kiwanis education for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, PDT. And I blame it on nerves.
I did not select it based on what transpired this evening.
So now we go to the main event. So I'm going to apologize. It was my intention to share screen, but I lost connectivity on the machine that has the presentation on it. So I'm going to ask you to bear with me. You won't have visuals, but hopefully I will keep it engaging so that you still get as much from the presentation as you would if you were seeing the presentation. So I'm going to start with the introduction of the administrative team. I'm going to call them the legacy team for the administrative year 2025-2026. I am your president, Zurie Johnson. The immediate past president, I'm going to ask if the officers.
Sorry, President Zurie. Sorry for interrupting. President Zurie?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
I'm just wondering if you have it. Do you have it in a say a single file, the presentation?
No,
I'm just.
the thing
If
I
you
would have
did, you could send it to me. But I don't know if you want to interrupt it for that period. But I'm just saying, if you did, if you had it in a file also, that I could share it for you.
I think I have it in email where it was sent to some persons. So I could forward that email, but
Yeah. Okay.
the
Forward it to
challenge
me,
is
and you
that.
continue, and then we'll see if we can, if I
All
can
right.
do that.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you. Let me try that. So I was saying, I'm going to try to multitask. I was saying if it is that any of the directors, any of the officers are on, once your name is said, if it is that you are able to, if you could open your camera just so persons see you and have a visual of who you are, if it is that you are able to. So I was starting with the immediate past president, IPP Stephen Gregg.
Good evening, President Zurie. I can't turn on my camera just now, but I think most people know who and how I look and who I am. So that
Right.
might I beg for a waiver in this situation.
Very well.
I'm glad to be part of your team and supporting your administration, and we look forward to lots of exciting and impactful things as we move from legacy to impact.
Thank you. I'm indeed grateful to have you and
Thank
to
you.
have the benefit of your work to build on.
Agreed. My pleasure.
And I'll move to President-elect, Mr. Arsenio Sawyers. Vice President is Dr. Andrew Burton, who is apologizing. You won't be able to see his face this evening, but I'm sure you'll have more opportunities to see and interact with him.
Evening. I think if I speak, my photo comes up, just in case. Good evening.
Thank you, Doc. And I am privileged to have the permanent secretary serving this administrative year again in that capacity, Dale G. William Reeson, who is synonymous with Kiwanis, needs no introduction. Right, Dale G?
Thank you very much, President Zurie.
You are most welcome, and it's a pleasure, and I look forward to working with you, sir. Treasurer, Mr. Gian Demel. And then I move to my directors. For service leadership, Director Newton Ramdial, and he's going to ensure that our legacy of the Terrific Kids program, the oratory contest, that those things will continue.
Thank you, sir. I will.
Our director for fundraising is Mr. DP Dalma James.
Sorry, he did apologize. He's off island as well.
Very well.
President Zurie.
Yes, PDT.
I hope you don't mind. I'm just making a point. Your directors are directors of the club, but they are assigned to those particular duties. So they are not director of
Oh,
the club.
well, I know
Assigned.
that, but I just wanted to share the responsibility that they have. But thank you, I'm guided. All right, so I'll change the phrasing of it. So director of the club with responsibility for membership growth and retention is DP Richard Reese. And director who was assigned responsibility for club meetings, bulletin, and PR. We received apologies on his behalf earlier, Dr. Andy Jean Baptiste. Director with responsibility for community service, DP Marcel Boyce. Director with responsibility for interclubbing, Mr. Rupert Whitaker. And they will be working. Oh, Sir Whitaker, go ahead. You're muted. Not hearing you. You're muted.
Sorry for that. I was just saying, I'm here, sir, at your service.
Grateful. Indeed. Indeed grateful. And they will be supported by a group of hard-working chairmen. So, Youth Services, PDT, Ralston Nunez. Chairman with responsibility for fundraising, Mr. Sadiki Blake. Chairman with responsibility for membership growth and retention, Chairman DLGE, Stan Donwell. Chairman with responsibility for club meetings, you heard him earlier, DP Stuart Spencer. Chairman with responsibility for community service, Mr. Avian Shaw. And in dual role, serving as secretary and as a chairman with responsibility for interclubbing, DLG William Reeson, and chairman with responsibility for Circle K, Mr. Ray J. Thompson, with responsibility for our key clubs, Dr. Andrew Burton, and with responsibility for Builders Club, Mr. Emile Clark. We also have chairman for finance, DP Jeff Mesado, chairman with responsibility for strategic planning, Dr. Martino Dial, and my advisor for this administrative year is DLG Desmond Batchelor. Kiwanians, friends all, that is the team that will be leading the affairs at the Kiwanis Club of Kingston for this administrative year. I did very poorly at multitasking just now, so I was unable to send the presentation. So I'm going to ask you for a minute to find that email and forward it. Oh, DP2, it's in the form of, oh, it was sent as a QR code. Do you still have the QR code? Just checking. DP Stewart?
No, I don't have a code. What do you mean it was sent as
The email, the presentation itself was sent as a QR code to the membership. I'm just realizing it's a QR code, so I'm gonna try.
Is that an email?
But it's the QR code that's in the email, so that might not work.
Okay. Well, if I get the email, then I see if I can open it. That's all I can say.
Wait, I think I found a workaround.
Just as a little filler, Jamaica is now leading 3-0.
Okay, sent. And for the sports fans and those persons who are still interested in the road to US, Jamaica's leading 3-0, and we hope that they can somehow win the group. All right, so I'm going to start, and if it is that we are able to get the presentation up later, then we will do that. I'm going to start with the goal, the overall goal for the club for this administrative year. So the hope is to promote the Kiwanis Club of Kingston as the premier choice service club for professional men by establishing and maintaining mutually beneficial relationships with all stakeholders, internal and external, through quality service and improvement of our policies and procedures. So that goal we broke down into some smaller bite-sized objectives. It is the hope of the club that we increase in membership by a minimum of 9 members from now until September, which is the end of the administrative year. So we want to set ourselves realistic target. That's why we have a minimum, but we are not limiting ourselves. So we are going to have in mind 9, but we're going to be working for more. We hope to establish a public relations committee, whose task it will be to increase brand awareness, to increase our visibility among prospective members. This they will do through continuous promotions and membership drives. And it is our hope to have at least 1 membership drive per quarter. We will go back to our quarterly business meetings. We will have quarterly recognition under our Kiwanis Club of Kingston Cluster Recognition Competition. That competition will start on November 1st in terms of assessing the performance of the members. That starts on November 1st. The rules and the team list were sent to the club members earlier this afternoon. All right.
I'm not sure where. This is what I'm seeing. I just can. Yeah, that's the beginning. So I can keep scrolling.
Yes, you
as
can.
you want.
You can keep
Tell
scrolling.
me, keep scrolling.
Can keep scrolling. It seems to be saying the same thing. That seems to be saying the same thing over and over.
It is?
Yes, that's probably you should try downloading it and see if it will work.
I'm not seeing the same thing on each page.
Oh, well, we are, so I'm not sure what's happening.
Yes, it's the same thing. Page 3 seems to be all that is showing DP through.
Okay. All right. Let me
All right, President. You're doing
All right,
fine.
we'll continue. All right, so we're going to be having a feedback, an email address that's designed specifically for feedback from our members. The hope is that we'll have constant evaluation from our membership, so that way we can assess ourselves as we go along to see what things we need to keep, what things we need to throw out, and where we need to have improvement. We want to have a minimum of bi-monthly projects. Some of these projects we're hoping to have jointly with other Kiwanis clubs as well as our SLPs. The aim for the collaboration is to foster and strengthen our relationships among other Kiwanis clubs as well as with our SLPs. So we are taking on this year what I'm going to be referring to as a tagline, which is Kiwanis Club of Kingston Cares. Cares will also serve as an acronym for the broad areas of the projects that we wish to have this year. So those areas, those focus areas are career development for C, A, arts and culture, R, reformation restoration, which is mainly focused on internal things, E, education, and S, special needs. So we want to have projects that are directly focused under those headings. So I'm going to go into projects under career development and what we aim to do there. So the names will change, and we're open to suggestions for the names, but so now I'm going to refer to the names as placeholders. So for the first project that we have under career development, it's now being referred to as Power Suit. And it's kind of a dress for success type initiative where we want to have career development workshops for our key club members or CKIs where they are exposed to interview techniques, capacity building, resume writing, as well as inform them as to how to dress for these kind of things. How do you dress for a professional setting, for an interview? These are some of the things that we take for granted, that they know these things, but some of them, in fact, do not. And I feel like it is for us in our role to provide that kind of guidance. So we want to, as part of the workshop, to have mock interview with HR specialists, with persons from corporate Jamaica, and provide them with feedback after those interviews are done. So they have practical tips as to how to improve to go forward. As part of the project as well is we want to provide them with pieces of clothing that they can contribute towards a corporate wardrobe. So whether it is a tie, a blazer, dress pants, suits, something that they can put in their wardrobe. So if these kind of opportunities come where they have to do interviews, then they will already have a starter of things that they can wear for these. So we want to target at least 62 students because it's our 62nd year. So we want to see if we can provide clothing for at least 62 students. So that's a big ask. So this is where my entire Kiwanis family come in, and we're open to collaborations right here and partnerships. Also under career development, this is being referred to now as the perfect pitch. What this is, it's an entrepreneurship workshop which is targeted mainly at our CKI because they're the ones who now are pushing into the work world per se, and we want to provide them with choices and the opportunity to see how it is that they can turn their passion into business. So we want to provide them with tips as to how they can go about writing their proposals, writing business plans, how it is that they can go about seeking funding for startups. And in that workshop, we want to incorporate a pitch competition where they actually get the opportunity to pitch their business ideas. The hope is to have these sponsored by people such as Jane Small Business, to have the Jamaica Business Development Commission come in so that they have persons who have the know-how talk to them and walk them through what it is that they are looking for. So those are the two main projects we have under career development. I then move to the A in CARES, which is arts and culture. And this one now is being referred to as youthful insight. What this is, we want to host a photography, creative writing, and poster competition for our SLPs broadly. The aim of this is to allow our young people to express themselves in a creative way on social issues that are affecting them in the today Jamaican society. This we hope to run from January to March, and at the end of it, we wish to have an exhibition where we'll invite you to come in and to see their work. So we'll give them an opportunity to have a showing, to showcase their work to a wider audience, and we'll present them with awards at that time. As explained earlier, the R, Reformation Restoration, is more of a focus on the club itself and to see how it is that we can strengthen areas that may have gone weak, improve on areas that are strong, and things that may have fallen off or died down a little bit to see how we can revive those things. So part of that is what we're referring to as our cluster recognition competition. What this is, the club, which is already done, the club was divided into 4 teams. Each team was named of one of the first 4 presidents of the club. Members were randomly selected to be part of those teams. And what it is that they are supposed to be accountability partners for each other, because they'll be getting points for attendance to meetings, they'll be getting points for interclubbing, they'll be getting points for attendance to projects, they'll be getting additional points if it is that they bring in prospective Kiwanians who transition into membership, and they also will be getting points for paying their dues before the end of November. So there, if it is that they have less than 5 persons at any given meeting, then they will have deductions. So there are number limits, which encourages them to call each other to make sure that they stay in constant contact with each other so that their cluster have strong representation at all meetings and all projects. We want to strengthen our orientation program by providing our prospects with packages that they can read up, find out more about not only Kiwanis, but things like leadership skills. And we want to include in that orientation period training. We don't want to limit the training, though, to just orientation. We want the training to be continuous throughout the year, not necessarily long 3 hours, but if it is that we can have 45 minutes power sessions, half an hour power sessions where they are exposed not only to Kiwanis education, but to leadership strategies, so that they are not only being shaped to be good Kiwanis members, but they are being shaped to be good Kiwanian leaders. Right, so we also want to focus on restoring the sign at our secretariat. Right now, it's not as visible, and so our presence there is a little dull. So we want to brighten our presence, and we want when people come, they know that this is the home of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston. Right, and also want to work on leadership succession, meaning that as part of the training that was just mentioned, our members are exposed to leadership strategies, they're exposed to public speaking skills, so that they are more comfortable taking on leadership roles in the club. E, education. So under education, we want to start a bug program at the Coburn Gardens Primary School, which is in the 3 miles area. We also want to see how we can do a kind of mentorship program per se at the Chevans Basic School. And I'll tell you more about the relationship we want to have with Chevans Basic School a little further down in the presentation. We want to continue our Terrific Kids program for our schools with builders clubs. For the last administrative year, we were able to do 4, but we want to increase that number this year. So we want to see if we can expand it to more than 4 schools. We want to bring back our oratory contest among our builders clubs. That's something that's already in the pipeline, so we're hoping that we can get that going. We want to have a debating competition for our key clubs and the CKI. We want to participate in Read Across Jamaica Day. We want to create reading corners for at least 4 of our builders clubs. What these reading corners are is a relaxed space, small space within the school where that encourages reading. And we're hoping because we find in conversation with some of our teachers, our students are not reading as much as they used to. They are not as friendly with books anymore. Instead, their best friends now are their tablets. And then the things that they are looking at tablets sometimes kind of help to diminish imagination. So we want to see how it is that we can refuel imagination within our youngsters, how we can get them to read again that will assist them with improving their vocabulary, their writing skills, their ability to express themselves. So the reading corner, we'll have ABC Maths, because the aim is to have bright colors and things that will pull them. And we want it to be relaxed. So they will have bean bags, cushions, and storybooks. So they will go and read there. Coming out of when this presentation was first done to our members, it was recommended, and the recommendation has been adopted, for us to have a book drive with this as well. So we're going to be including a book drive to go along with our reading corners. And we are at S in CARES, and S is special needs. So literacy is an issue in Jamaica, but I find that when it comes to dealing with literacy, that many of us, we often focused on those students who are seeing, meaning vision. They have vision. No pun intended. But there is another demographic of students who are oftentimes left behind in this literacy talk. And so we want this year to put focus on them. So we want to work with the Salvation Army School for the Blind, and we want to have a special project that looks at literacy by giving them books in Braille. So we want to see how we can source books in Braille and donate them to the school to help those students with their reading. We also want to see how we can donate canes to that school. And we are looking to have further talks with the school to see if it is that we can do another project there, and what they want that project to look like. We want them to drive that particular project. So those are the focused areas under Kiwanis Club of Kingston Cares. So it's the tradition of Kiwanis clubs and presidents, I should say, to do a signature project. I, however, want the Kiwanis Club of Kingston this year to not only focus on a signature project, but to focus on a signature community. A community that we have kind of adopted for the year, and provide focus on that community for more than just a project. So from DP Newton's year, we started a relationship with the Chevans Basic School. So in keeping with my commitment to build on the legacy of the club, we are continuing this relationship with the Chevans Basic School, and they will be our signature community for the administrative year. The signature project that we want to have at the school, we want to do renovate. It's in two parts. So we want to do a renovation of the school's kitchen. So we want to do some work on their plumbing. We want to input some cupboards. We want to reinforce and increase the number of shelves that they currently have, as well as we want to do painting of that area. And the second part of the signature project is to do some playground improvement. We want to replace the seats on the swing there. We want to give them more equipment. We want to refurbish the sitting area that's there now, as well as input additional seating to see how we can get our students outside to play again. It helps with their team building skills, it helps with cooperation, and it helps to make them more rounded and better citizens. As part of our partnership, I will call it, with Chevron's Basic School, we also want to do a parental workshop. I have had dialogue with the principal, and she believes that this could be beneficial to the parents of the school. So the aim is to expose parents to agencies such as Family Life Ministries, CFPSA. I hope I remembered that correctly. And it is the hope that they will assist them with parenting strategies, how it is to cope, things, tips that will help make them better parents to improve their relationship with not only their children, but with the school community and with each other. Because I personally still believe that the family is the cornerstone of our society. And so we need to build our families. And so we as a club will be trying to see how best we can get this parental workshop going so that these parents are exposed, and we hope that they'll be better for it and that their relationships will be better for it. We want to give Chevron's Basic School one of the reading corners as well. And the principal she's quite excited about it. She is hoping to use it as an incentive for her students. So she's hoping that once they have finished their work early, that they'll get to go in this relaxed area and do some reading. So she's looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to delivering that to them. And the final thing for Chevron's Basic School in terms of project as our signature community, we want our Labor Day project to be there. So we want that community to be the focus of our Labor Day project. And what we intend to look at that time is to improve the pavement at the front of the school, to include creating a drainage system that ensures that when it rains, water runs off. What currently happens is that when it rains, the front of the school from the gate to the entrance is flooded. And so what they have to try to do is to put stones, boulders, blocks along from the door to the gate so that for the students to walk on, because the water settles there. So we're hoping that we can assist them to alleviate that problem. We want also to renovate the school's notice board, as well as to give them a school sign, to give them so that they are easily identified. I mean, we all know, let me not assume, but names are important. And when you see a name and it gives you a sense of identity, so we're hoping that by them having their school sign, that they'll feel proud of their space, and their name will be out there, and persons can readily identify them. So we are going to be continuing the fundraising initiatives that we have been doing over the years, to include our Christmas charity ball, to include our Barbie Fry, or play benefit at the start of 2026, as well as our NDTC benefit concert. We're hoping though to include this year our 3K fun run. It was conceptualized by IPP Stephen. Planning had started, but we were not able to bring it all the way. So we're hoping, and this is something that we're going to be building on with his support, to have that actually come to fruition in the next administrative year. We will be looking forward to your support, and we'll be asking you for your support as we seek to have themed meetings. This came from our one-on-one discussion with LG Michael, where he's encouraging us to have themed meetings where we invite other clubs to come in, and this will be treated as a fundraiser. So we'll do something special at that meeting to help to raise funds for our clubs. So I'm hoping that I might be able to have at least two of those. How it will look exactly, we're still conceptualizing. This is after recommendation. What was proposed was not Jamaican enough, so we're fixing. So we're working. We are reworking. We want to have a Lapathon, as well as we want to have Kiwanis Club of Kingston Cares merchandise. And you don't have to be a member of our club to buy merchandise. We look forward to support from all angles, right? When this presentation was made to our members, there was the recommendation. Well, it was when it was made to the board. There was a recommendation, and it is being adopted. We some time ago started a relationship with the blood bank. So we want to see how best we can renew that relationship. And when this was delivered to the members of the club first, the idea came that we should try to see how we can have a blood drive as part of that rekindling of our relationship with the blood bank. And so now we are going to be seeking to have our Kiwanis Club of Kingston blood drive. But again, it won't be successful unless you support us. So we are looking forward to your support. And the next thing left is for me to say thank you, and that the Kiwanis Club of Kingston is committed to building, and I certainly am looking forward to leading that charge, to building on the impactful legacy of our club for the past 6 decades, and for the showing and reminding the community that the Kiwanis Club of Kingston cares. Thank you.
Thank you, President Zurie. Somebody is designated to do a thank you, but we'd like to open the floor in case there's anyone, any member, or anybody present who may want to ask you to elaborate on any particular issue of what you presented. So
Sure.
I leave that open for now.
Sure.
I don't see any hands up.
And
Okay.
And it's not limited. If it is that you are here and you want to say how it is that you wish to collaborate, wish to join, I'm open to that as well. I mean,
sure.
So at this time, okay, I see
Okay.
some Miss,
Tanya?
I'll just go with Malloy.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And
A
I'm
little
sure
low,
everyone
a
else
little
probably
low,
can as
but
well.
we can hear you.
So the career membership workshop that you said, do you have any specific date for it?
So the date is not yet set. The exact date is not yet set. The calendar should be finalized by the end of this week.
Okay, and also for the Christmas charity ball in Christmas.
The date for that one is set. That's December 7th, I believe.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
There is something that I forgot to mention that we'll be doing. And this is in collaboration with UTEX CKI. We did one already where we went to visit the persons in the Salvation Army home, and we had a day where we took care of them. We're going to be continuing that. We're going to be doing one per quarter. And our feeding program will continue at the Mary Atkins shelter. All right, so if there are any other questions.
President Zurie.
Yes, PDT.
Club of Kingston is traditionally a face-to-face club. Is there a program and vision to return us to that format, or is it something under consideration?
We're hoping to move it beyond consideration. Now, the hope is that we will move to twice online and twice face-to-face per month.
Excellent.
So the next meeting should be virtual, but the meeting after that, we're hoping to return to the secretariat face-to-face.
I just want to thank you for very comprehensive presentation. I think it's a lot to look forward to. And once you can get the buy-in from the membership, because all of this needs support, and you have preached that throughout your presentation. Support, support, support. But we wish you well. Well, we wish ourselves well throughout the year.
Yes, we are as strong as our weakest link.
President Zurie.
Yes,
if I
DP.
could ask a question. What methods would you be using in terms of communicating with the membership?
So we, based on the survey that was done, it seemed like email is effective as well as the WhatsApp. So we will continue to use those. But the hope as well is that through the cluster recognition challenge, that those members will use telephone calls to reach out to each other as well. And I'll try my very best to see how I can connect with members as well via that means. So I'm hoping to have a mix of telephone calls, email, WhatsApp, and to see how we can reach all our members.
Okay.
Yes, DLG.
Good evening, President.
Good evening, DP.
President Zurie. Good evening. What an awesome presentation. I thoroughly enjoyed it to hear all the plans that you have. And I just want to take this opportunity to say congratulations and I wish you all the very best for a successful year. May God continue to bless the club and keep all of you strong in getting the job done. Good job. Continue the legacy.
Thank you, DP. Thank you so much. Grateful. Thank you.
Okay, I see a hand up. Oh, that's DLG Willie?
Was, yes, DLG Willie was up.
Yeah, President Zurie, a very comprehensive presentation. I would also like to mention that we have been having discussions how we can reinforce our relationship with our SLP clubs. And the first thing we planned to do was to identify suitable Kiwanis advisors to continue the traditional work that the club has been done in this area, although in latter years, our relationship has somewhat broken down. But I'm sure we'll be paying attention to that area this year, and we will have an excellent relationship with them. By that means that is why we had invited Governor Sarah Norman from Key Club to be at our meeting. Over to you.
Thank you. Yes, we have. We've started the work in that area. I didn't mention it, but yes, we have their discussions and we've already identified persons who would like to serve as advisors. Ms. Mullings?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. An excellent presentation, President Zurie.
Thank you.
I don't know if there's anything left for anybody else to do based on the comprehensive plan that you have. But I have a question for you. My church is in the 3 Miles area, and I heard you mention that you would be doing a reading program in that general area. I'm new to Kiwanis, I must say. And so I want to know, is it possible and is there any room for a church to collaborate with Kiwanis to carry out that program?
There is. There is room, and we welcome the collaboration.
All right. I guess I will speak to you more on that if that's so.
What you could do, you could leave me a message with your contact details.
Will do.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
President Zurie, the cluster that you talked about, I think you said there are going to be 4 clusters.
Yes.
How soon will we know the members for the clusters?
It was sent earlier, so it's in your email.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I cannot attest to that. I've seen it.
Okay. And these clusters have leaders? That's what you said that, right?
No, no. So the email asks you to select a team lead who you'll refer to as your cluster representative.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
President, my final point for tonight. I know that DP Newton was tasked with getting us back a club bulletin so that members who don't attend can still be informed by way of a bulletin. Is that in your plan?
Why I wanted that to be a surprise.
Okay, all
I
right.
wanted it to be a surprise, but
Keep it as a surprise.
But when we have our first sit down, because a part of what is supposed to be happening with this administration is our breakfast sit down to review our plans, where we are, what we have accomplished, what we haven't accomplished, so we can go forward. I know I didn't say it, but that's in the plans, and it was said to them before. So at the next meeting, I want you to let me know if you see a bulletin and how you feel about it.
Okay, please.
All right.
I was really putting Newton under the bus.
That's all right, sir. I've been thrown under the bus so often that the bus recognize me now and just go around me.
Okay, if there are no more questions, I think we can move to the vote of thanks. So let me invite DP Rupert to do the vote of thanks.
Friends, just want to tell you, just like everybody who has spoken so far, that your presentation was not only comprehensive, but gives us a sense of national development. We need your fresh ideas, and we appreciate what you're doing. We just want to thank you for coming and telling us, not only members of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, but all the members from the other clubs who are here. So on their behalf, I say thank you, sir. If you get a certificate, you have to sign it for yourself. And I don't think
no certificate for the president.
I don't think the president needs a certificate. We're going to make sure we give you a bottle of water so that you have something to drink, sir. But on behalf of all of us, thank you for a wonderful presentation, outlining the strategies and the focus points that we're going to be dealing with. We pledge our support to you, sir, and to the club. And we hope that in this 62nd year, we're going to be having a great time. Thank you for leading us. Thank you for taking up the challenge. And may God bless you. May our support be with you. And may all of us at the end of the year join you in celebrating the successes. Thank you.
You're most welcome. That's my hope, that we all will be celebrating success at the end of this year. And now to a part of the evening's meeting that I have been looking forward to. I'm going to invite our Sergeant at Arms to come forward now, DP Earl Spencer. And I hope he has something special for a particular DP. DP Earl?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I think we all can.
Can you see me?
No, we can.
Okay. Yes, fellow Kiwanians, good evening. And I I still haven't settled on how we collect the fines. But DP, the DP started off so on slippery ground and was happy that there was nobody appointed. He didn't even realize that I'm supposed to be on for the month. And me, of all persons, not going to let him fly by like that. So I'm going to ask him to pay just $300 as your fine. And there goes IPP Stephen. I think I heard him say he had to leave the meeting. He's not going to get away after 12 months of freedom and no fines to pay. But I'm going to be gentle with him, and this time he owes us $500. If he's not here, then he has 1,000 for us next week, and then sorry, and then all those who have paid their dues in full already, like last week, I'm going to ask you just to pay $100. Those who haven't paid yet, $300. We don't. If you take long to pay, well, our kitty will look really good, but that was not really the intention. It was sort of. It's intended to be deterrent. I'm so glad that PDT Ralston keeps his fingers on the pulse, but he can't do it free. So I would like him to pay $200 this week for his fine. I think that will take care of everybody. Well, I am no youngster, so you're not supposed to expect to hear young jokes. But I hope my voice is not dropping off as I think I was accused last week. And I just stole this one from a friend of mine who heard this story about a man who entered a church one Sunday and he was armed with a gun. And he robbed all the congregation. And then he said, you know, I want to go down in history as a terrorist. But to be a terrorist, I have to kill somebody. So I only have to kill one. And then he said to a woman, what's your name? She says, Clementina. He said, oh boy, why did I pick on you? That's the name of my mother. And she was a very kind soul. She looked after the poor, and she did all Kiwani's work. I'm you putting the word Kiwanis. Did all the Kiwani's work. So you see, not only Kiwanis does it. And I'm not going to hurt her. Then he looked again and he saw a man. He said, what's your name? He said, Joseph. But my friends call me Clementina. Well, I hope you guys got that one. And for those who would have loved something lighter,
no, we don't get you.
yeah, you see, it always fly over some Calabar boys' heads, especially when they don't have any hair on their head. I will tell you another day. We can't explain these things. Well, let's hope you get this one. But Ralston, don't say anything because I know you have heard it before, and neither used to.
Okay.
This guy is in Madrid, and he has heard about the lovely recipe and their general cuisine is excellent. So he went into this restaurant and an aroma hit him. It was fantastic. And he called the waiter and said, what is that being served? Oh, senor, that is bull's balls. Can I get some? He says, no, 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 you don't get it just like that. You have to order it before, and then you come in on a day when we have it. Well, he was a tourist and he was going to be around for a little while. And then he appeared a day that he thought it would be happening, and he ordered the dish. But when he opened the dish, he said to the waiter, but these don't look like the ones that I was longing for. And the waiter said, Senor, sometimes the bull wins. All right, that's for you tonight.
Earl, you deserve
thank
a
you,
big
DP Earl.
sign for that, Earl. They should really thank you.
Pardon? Say that again, Gertrude.
I said you deserve a very big, hefty, really.
Hey, you're told.
Thank you.
Fine him,
Thank you.
Gertrude. Fine him.
All right, she don't have that right. It's only the president can do that. And anybody who interrupts like that, you should be putting $200 in the kitty. That's my privilege. Thank you, President.
Thank you, DP Earl. Thank you. So, dear G. Willie, notices and announcements.
I'm sorry.
I have one notice, and it has to do with our Christmas Ball Planning Committee meeting this Thursday, October 16th at 6 p.m. DP Marcel is to confirm the venue. There is a plan for DLG Stan Dunwell's office subject to him coming back in time for host the meeting. But we will be advised tomorrow as to the venue. That's the Christmas Ball Planning Committee meeting, Thursday, October 16th, 6 p.m. The day, Saturday, December the 6th. And in terms of interclubbing opportunities, there are several interclub or installations this weekend, but we specifically have been invited by a joint installation, the Kiwanis Club of CEL, FAB, JTS, Young Professionals St. Andrew, at the Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union League office on Manhattan Road on Saturday at 4 p.m. Cost $3,500. And just to draw your attention, Key Club Week will be end of this beginning of November, and they have a mass meeting planned at St. George's College Auditorium on the last Friday before start of Key Club Week. You'll be advised further of the date. We want to have a strong or give them our strong support to show our intention to reinforce our relationship with our SFPs. Over to you, Prez. That's it.
Thank you, dear G. Willie. And I'll just encourage all my Kiwanians guests who are on, where you can offer your support, please do so. So if it is that you can visit any of these installations, any of the meetings, I ask that you support goes a long way. So I ask that you offer your support where you can. I'm seeing our IPLG, it's Sharon Usim online, so I just want at this point, I know it's late in the proceedings, but I wish to acknowledge her presence at our meeting and say thanks for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much, Prez. Congratulations again. It's my pleasure. I thoroughly enjoyed the meeting, and I look forward to seeing all your plans and the goals, bearing fruit as the year progresses.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I am not seeing DP Marcel on, but I wonder if I could pick on DP Chris. DP Chris, can I pick on you for a thought of the week? Do you have one?
Good evening, fellow Kiwanians. No, I don't have one. At this time, if you had told me 10 minutes ago, I probably could have thought of something. But all I will say is that you have outlined all your plans and goals for the year, and as one man said, if things going bad, and if you resign yourself to failure, it will be promptly accepted. Thank you, President.
Thank you. And that was enough food for thought. So that's more than a thought. I can take us through the
President
rest
Zurie?
of the meeting. Yes, DP.
President, you know, for some reason I feel I'm in your bad books and in the bad books of the sad. So I trying to redeem myself. So one good thought that I've come across is once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results.
Thank you, sir. You're working on it. Not quite there yet, but you're working on it. That's
I
good.
will continue trying, sir. I will continue trying.
Right.
I'm seeing DP Chris for the first time since he threw me under the bus on the weekend. And those were big shoes to fill. So at least I hope I was even halfway successful.
PDT Ralston, I don't think him try under the bus, and I think he's bossing boss you because you turn big time I know.
All right. Kiwanians.
Raleigh, I will talk to you offline.
SLP members or friends all, it was indeed a pleasure to have you join us for this week's meeting, and I do look forward to you joining us for future meetings. At this time, I will invite us all to raise our figurative glasses in a toast.
Sorry, Prince. Sorry. Any notices? And for the other clubs, if they have notices.
Hello, good evening again, everyone. This is Giovanna Bailey from the Kiwanis Club of Barbican. We are going to be having our installation ceremony next week, Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. at the Jamaica Employers Federation under the theme United in Service, United in Strength, while we install our new leaders while honoring the courage and hope of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We'll be having guest speaker Mrs. Rasheen Reed Coomson, the Executive Director of Jamaica Cancer Society, as well as she is also a member of Kiwanis Club of Young Professionals Kingston. The cost for the ceremony is $4,000, and I hope to see you guys there. Thank you.
Thank you, President. Are there any other clubs online who wish to give a notice quickly? Going once? All right. So, again, I ask that you raise your figurative glasses with me in a toast to Kiwanis International and to Jamaica, land we love.
Land we love.
This meeting of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston is now terminated.